Hey, welcome to Earthy Love Medicine. I am on day 49 of my juice goody goodness. So I'm feeling okay tonight. I did like 3 enemas today. I'm just going to go straight into it, guys. I have not been getting enough juice in the last couple days. I've been really struggling. But today I got back on track. I at least had enough. I had 4. I'm trying to have 5 or 6 a day. I think I got to the point where I could not do more than 5. So I feel like, I'm only doing 1 less. Well, today, 2 days in a row, I only did like 3. But those are the 2 days that I did the raw soup. So, and let me see. I cried some today. Today was a difficult day. Like not over the top difficult, just, it kind of started out a little weird. Like, I feel really emotional. Part of what it is that I went to bed last night and I freaking broke out again. And so I woke up, and if you can kind of see my hand, it's really, really red and like it's swollen. Let me show you the other one because it kind of looks worse. So you can kind of see the crease in my hand because it's swollen. And this is what it gets like before it's about to crack. So I kind of explained, I think, in yesterday's video about how I just had this breakout and I finally got it to go away and it was showing my hands, and then here we are. And this is exactly how the last one started, where it was like my hands swelled up and got all kinds of funk in there, and it almost felt like it was like, I don't know, like it looked like it almost got like burned underneath my skin. And then it broke open and it was seeping, and then as it was healing, there was like coats of like skin that healed, and then like my own skin grew back underneath. It was actually kind of cool. Excuse me. So I was hoping I was kind of at the tail end of that, but I realized that I am not. I started to feel really discouraged. Like I'm like, I don't know. I've always been kind of like a late bloomer with fucking everything, But then when I bloom, I bloom. So I feel like that's kind of what's happening with me with this fast. Actually thinking about it that way. I didn't even think about that earlier today. It just kind of came to me, and it's true. Like I was thinking about when I was young, when I bloomed, but it took me a minute. I like grew boobs overnight once I grew boobs, and my son James, out of my older 3 children, he's the one that was like me, where he like bloomed late. I remember getting like an extra inch or something when I was like 19. And then, I got like my woman body and stuff. I didn't really have that before. So what I mean is that like, that's probably how this is going to be like, and this is kind of how all my stuff is. Like, it takes me a minute to get there, but when I get there, I get it, and it's one of the things that always drives me nuts about my husband, but it's actually something we have in common, is that sometimes you gotta hit us over the head with some shit. But when we get it, we get it. Like, you're not gonna, like if you tell me something and you make sure I get it, you're not gonna have to tell me again, So, and I'm like that, like I was like, now I'm reminiscing, like I was thinking about that now, that like when I was younger too, like, when I learned a lesson, I learned that lesson, and I always like kind of made sure I learned the lesson because I didn't listen to nobody, That's probably why I'm doing this juice fast and this juice cleanse by myself and not looking for any kind of support groups or anything, which I actually think that might benefit me right now. So I haven't been using my phone. If you've been watching my past videos, you know why. Go look, and you'll see. And I came across, so the channel Jillian Berry, she interviews a lot of people. She's a raw vegan. And she had somebody on there today named Magri. I think she's in the UK. And she was totally cute, and I really liked her. First of all, I love British accents. I'm a sucker for a British accent. I love them. I even try to talk like that, you know? I really do. I wish I could talk like them. But, you know, I'm a bloody American. All right, anyways, now that I've hacked out a British accent, I really liked her. And so I went on her channel, and actually, she only has like 5 or 6 videos, but I really liked her. And one of the things that caught me was on her day 50 video, which she had a day 50 video, even though she didn't have that many, you know, and tomorrow's my day 50. She was talking about sometime around like day 40 or something like that, she stopped smoking marijuana. So she was smoking while she was on her juice cleanse, and then she stopped. And so, you know, and she started passing her mucoid like around day 44. So, and she said it kept going until like, you know, day 80 or 90, or I think when she showed her poo video or whatever, it actually was more like day 100 when she finally stopped pooping out mucoid plaque. So I found her on Facebook and Instagram, and then I messaged her on Facebook when I asked to be a part of her group. And she actually messaged me back, and which I thought was kind of cool, you know. I thought about it quite a bit tonight. Like, I don't know, I really liked her. And I don't know, it made me feel good that she reached out to me, reached out back anyways. I mean, she totally could have thought I was a total weirdo or whatever, but I think a lot of us know that this is a solo road. And so if you can find other people out there who just understand what you're going through, it feels so much better. So just that alone, just connecting with somebody who like knows what I'm doing, I really liked that. So Magri, if you ever come across my stuff, thanks for reaching out back to me. That was really cool. And she like continued to like, you know, she didn't say anything for a while. We just kind of like, I thanked her for, you know, for her time and, you know, reaching out to me. I appreciated it. And kind of just went on with my night. And then like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes ago, she messaged me, if that. And I really, so we went back and forth, and she told me about another support group I could go to. So she's kind of just, you know, here's free support groups. Like, I'm a member of this one, you know what I mean? And kind of just led me to some stuff. So I'm not going to do that tonight because it's late, and I'm just going to do my video and be done. But sorry, guys, I itch all the time. That's part of my breakout too. I broke out, like, you know, my head's itching, like everything. It sucks. Anyways, I'm going to go on tomorrow and like look at the groups and stuff. I really want to, you know, find people to connect with. I think that it's time for me to stop living in a hole. I'm not going to develop as a person if I keep hiding in the world, you know, and I haven't always been like this big of a hider. I've just been going through this for like the last year. Actually, this month it's been a year since I've been going through this. In my first juicing videos, I think, or maybe even when I first started this juice fast, I did kind of explain my relationship and like what happened and stuff. So you can always kind of like look back at my videos and kind of learn that story. But, you know, this year I'm like really coming out of a dark time. So I want this to like be better overnight so I could like feel remarkably better. But I know that's not real. So, you know, as all of you know, we live in this like fast-paced society where we really want everything right this minute, but some shit you have to do it like this. Anything worth having requires something of you. And so I'm living by that right now. This requires something of me. It's requiring me to trust myself, to give myself self-love, to not sabotage myself, to continue moving forward, because I know at some point there will be a break in this. So if it takes me a while and I am a late bloomer, it's good. But when I get it, I'll get it, you know? And I was actually starting to, because if you look at my videos, you can tell that like, you know, I just went through a gap of just not posting them. And when I was posting some this evening, I was just kind of reminded of like where I was at in the beginning. And that, you know, actually I was going to say something else and I don't remember. Oh yeah. like day 12 or something. That's what it was. Now I remember. Day 12, I said, I'm not going to smoke anymore. I think I'm just going to stop, for now, because usually if I don't want to, I'm just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna. But this time, like, I've just been feeling really crappy. This has been a really hard detox, and it's all of it. So it's like I'm doing the enemas, and so I get these awkward, like, toxic feelings from doing the enemas because of my eczema. And so, like, I can feel it in my skin, the toxins and stuff moving out. So I'm just really wanting to, like, clean out my colon so I can, like, start passing the toxins instead of them coming out of my skin. Um, but see, I keep losing my train of thought. That just shows you how tired I am. Um, oh, so the marijuana obviously helps me at nighttime too. Um, I talked to her about this because she had the same issue and she stopped at like 40 days. So that's what I really wanted to talk about, was that, watching her go through that. So me and her communicated about that actually. And she was saying how for her, it just kind of like tapered off. But watching her story, I see that she didn't do a lot of enema. She didn't do enema. She did it like once or something, once or twice, she said. And I've been doing them like every day almost. I don't think I've missed but maybe one day since the 9th of March, since day 9, and I'm on day 49. So I've been doing freaking enemas for 40 days. I've been, trying to make sure that I at least get one in every day. And then, on good days I do 2, but like I said in the very beginning of this video, I got 3 in today, and I really made a point to, this blockage is really pissing me off. And I feel like the blockage is what's causing the breakouts. So I really want to get it out of there. Now, like I've said in my previous videos, because I've been talking about this blockage for a while, over time it's gotten smaller and smaller, and I'm able to like get liquid past it and like hold it in my gut and, all this stuff. I'm able to do that. But I was not able to do that in the beginning. I couldn't even hold a whole liter in my bum. Like it would, I'd pass it. So that's something that she and I don't really have in common. So I was also more overweight than her, and I have a skin condition. So, everybody's situation is different when they go into doing this, and everybody goes into it for some similar reasons, but their own personal reasons regardless. Like, me going into this, it was like the only next step, because it was either go down the things are really fucking bleak road, or this has got to be better than what I'm doing. At least here I feel hope. And so, some of those feelings come up too, like it's not fair. And I don't know. I don't know this woman. I watched her video. We talked on a messenger. So, I'm talking about her like we have some great relationship or something. I'm crazy. But I don't know. I just feel touched that she like reached out back to me and actually was like a cool lady. Like she seemed like she was. So, I'm going to keep that in mind in the future when people reach out to me, because I could be selfish as hell with my time when it comes to people I don't know. When it's my family, I'm a total codependent and I like will feed everybody and blah, blah, blah. But when it comes to people I don't know, I'm not like that. So I appreciate her being like that. But anyways, so some ways our stories don't relate at all, and other ways they totally do. She's in her mid to late 30s. I'm 45. And, I have like I have a granddaughter, and then I have 2 grandkids on the way right now. And then I also have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old because I had children later on in life. So now I'm just going into my story. So basically in our communication, we discussed that, very lightly. It wasn't like a deep discussion or anything, but it lightly came across like, one of the things that I said, one of the things that, kind of connected me to you in your story was the fact that you smoked weed and you just kind of stopped. And she's like, yeah, it just kind of happened organically. Like I just all of a sudden liked the high of the juice, and the weed wasn't really working anymore, because you don't really get high once you start to clear up. And I feel like that's true. Because when I was juicing before I started the juice fast, I was feeling incredible, and I didn't smoke. So if you watch my story, I started in January. So, I fasted, I did, whatever, like, I don't really want to go into it, but I got my juicer like around January 10th because I've told this story already. So, and so January 10th is when I started juicing, but I didn't start a juice fast until March 1st. So, I was mostly raw. It was like 5 to 10% cooked foods, and I was juicing every day. So I was juicing like 2 juices a day and then having a dinner, like a big raw salad with great dressings. And, I was really doing it. And I was getting like, really great. Oh, and that's what I meant. Like in January, though, I didn't smoke weed the whole month of January. But then I did start smoking again in February, but I didn't really like smoke that much. Um, and then my health was still kind of struggling, and I was just like, bruh, this isn't like doing it. And then I started the juice fast. And so in there, I kind of like right before I started juice fasting, I started kind of smoking more than I wanted to, because, oh no, I don't want to say more than I wanted to. I don't think I meant to say it like that. Like, just smoking more, period. Like, especially once I started the juice fast, because that's when everything like got heavy. Like all of this is a crazy process. So I try to keep all my videos like super real. So that's why all of my videos are about how hard it is or like what I'm going through or blah, blah, blah. Because I'm not trying to be negative, but I really want it to be authentic. Like, this is not easy. John Rose calls it the hero's journey, and I've watched quite a few videos, and, I've had a little bit of a touch back on, leaving messages and they'll reply and that kind of stuff. And the truth is that freaking, it is the fucking hero's journey. Like, I don't feel like a hero right now. I don't, but I understand what they mean. Like, this is the road less traveled. This is the narrow path. Most people will not do this. They will fight it and die. That actually made me feel really sad. God damn. Because, that's what was going to happen to me. And that's why I'm willing to sit here every day. Not sit, but that's why I'm willing to go through this every day. Like, get those parasites out, drink the juice. That's what I'm doing this for. So it's like, I just don't want to I want to make sure that I don't like fuck up the experience by being fucking ripped all the time. But I'm not ripped all the time. I smoke, but I'm not ripped all the time. I just don't want to, I don't want to mess up the experience. I don't want to like take away from because I really want the spiritual part. And so today I've been really thinking about what's going on with me. Like, I'm scared. I'm scared to have a spiritual awakening again. Like, the last time I went through a spiritual awakening, it really woke up everything around my life. And that was 10 years ago. And it was 11 years ago. It was 11 years ago. And that was, it was a lot. And I feel like when you walk a path like this, where you are spiritual and spiritual things happen around you and that kind of stuff, that when you become turned off to it, you don't even feel like a person. And then now, because I've been turned off from it so long, and I was always like, struggling to navigate through it anyways, that like, I'm scared. I'm scared to be dope. I'm scared to be the best person, be my best, And that's stupid, but it's not, though. I have years of fucking programming to undo, of not being good enough, And that's not all everybody else's programming. Some of it's me. Some of it's me not thinking I'm good enough. And me, like, not admitting to myself all the way that I truly deserve to be free from all the fucking shit that's been plaguing me for so long. The mental health and the skin condition and the brain fog and the, being edgy and like not having enough energy. And like I said, the road that I was going down was pretty fucking bleak. It basically was like, I'm just going to break down until I die. And I was watching like people who are like 10 years older than me, and like, because I manage RV parks, so I'm watching people who they're good people, but they ended up in this way because of their health, because they couldn't work as hard and be the people that they wanted to be because their body was not working for them. And I've watched a lot of people pass for health reasons, like, you know, many people in my life. I've watched, I've lost a lot of people, but then I've also just been around where death happens, I guess. I don't know. I don't think people experience death like like all the time, but I definitely, have had my fair share of it around me. And it makes me sad. Like, I think about my dad, and, he had an aneurysm, and I think about, like, he had high blood pressure. And so when his aneurysm burst, they couldn't, like, fix him the same because his blood was thinned out from the aspirin he was taking for his high blood pressure. And then my mom's always struggled with her weight, like, my whole life. And I remember when I was young, she used to kick ass, man. My mom was fucking beast. And then over the years, it's like she just, especially after my dad died, when it came to her weight, my mom got really big, and then she got it off, and then, it came back. And I remember, God, it was forever ago now, like 13 years ago or something. I was about 30, 31, 32, something like that. I, got down to like 192 or one, something like that. And I remember my mom just being kind of weird and was like, watch, you think that you're doing so good now, but you're going to hit a corner and boom, all the weight will be back on just like that. And it was really shitty. And I remember bringing it up to her like years later, and she was like, I don't remember saying that. I said that. That's really messed up. And I was like, right. But I understand now, which is one of the things that has kind of happened through this juice fast, is I understand now why she said all that. Not that she should have said it, or that it was mean, that it wasn't mean, or that, she wasn't out of pocket, because she totally freaking was. She should have never said that to me. I actually ended up gaining the weight back. I went through a big depression after that, with my family and stuff. It sucks, but whatever. And then, so I think about her now, and I don't really have her in my life, but I feel like, what kind of person would she be if she had done something like this? I mean, all the people that have done it have just like talked about how free they feel and how much energy they have. And my mom always had lots of energy. I wonder if she like cleaned her body out, like if this would, kind of change some of her bitterness or some of the stuff that she's been, carrying throughout the years, I don't know. It's just a thought, but, just thinking about people that I love and that I've lost, or just, that didn't, or people who've had cancer or different things that like, didn't even have to happen. Like my mom's heart attack at 62, that didn't even have to happen to her. If she would have known about this and been able to do this. But she's, when she lived with me for a short period of time, I tried to get her to go vegetarian, and she was with it. But then when she left, or like would go places, she was definitely at McDonald's or one of those places. I keep getting freaking bugs in my damn juice. Hold on a second. Okay, I got the juice out. Oh, sorry guys, my nose itches really bad. I wish I would have waited to start it before I started messing with my nose. So the moral of all of that is just kind of like looking at how many people might be different, or might have led different lives, had they have been able to do this in a way where they didn't feel like they were going against everything that they are, really. Because that's what it feels like when you first start doing, like, learning about all this stuff like I did. I remember, it was so exciting at first, and then when you start doing it and you try to live that life, it's like so contradictory to everything in the world around us that it's like, whoa, I don't want to do this. Like right now, it's a fucking good time to become a vegan or a vegetarian or something. The world totally facilitates it. And, you can go to the store and buy nuggies and fries and all that stuff. And, you can go to restaurants that have freaking like Burger Patch here where I live, it's phenomenal. Like, it's good fast food, and it's freaking all vegan. The whole ass thing is vegan, and it's fucking delicious. When it's not good for you, it's still fast food. And God only knows what they're doing to this fake meat that they're making. The Beyond Burgers and shit are just like, whoa, they're way too close, y'all. Like, excuse me, like, way too fucking close. I'm good. Like, but yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm going to end it at this point. I'm kind of rambling on now, and I'm already 25 minutes into the video. I have a lot of emotion today, as you can see in my video today. Just that, like, I have a lot of thoughts and stuff going on that are deep and intense, and being truthful with yourself is hard. It is, especially because if you've always thought that you were. But we don't always know the delusion that we're living, and we think we do, you know, we think we're being our authentic self, and we don't even know who that is because we're all sick, you know? So thank you for, oh, there we go. Thank you for visiting me here at Earthy Love Medicine. I'm going to keep on posting videos and hope that, anybody who's going through this, I hope that, you know, I've helped you relate or something like that. I know we all don't go in this with the perfect health story. So for some of us, these juice cleanses are ugly, you know, and it feels ugly for me. But I know that I feel better anyways, and like my ability to observe my thoughts are getting better and better. So when the negativity comes in and that kind of stuff, I'm able to observe those thoughts and go, that's not really like where I'm at. We're not going to like go there with those kind of thoughts. We're going to like think of positive things, and like, you know, I'm able to observe all of that. So I really appreciate that part of it. So it's not all negative. It's kind of a job right now. My job is to heal myself right now. And I'm finally doing it. I can't believe tomorrow's day 50. And let's say I were to go to 100 days, I'm halfway there. So we'll see how long I go, but I feel like I'm going to have to go for a while because I'm still battling the butt plug and, you know, my backed up colon before. So I don't even know if the mucoid plaque's even going to be able to get by. Like I just can't wait to get to that phase of this. So maybe in a month. I don't know. We'll see. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell over there so that you can get notifications when I put up new videos. Thanks again for stopping by. Take care.